Good day all, it is 7:25 in the morning of what they tell us is the 15th of November 2024. Quite spontaneous, this one. I'm going to go over some points I've been making recently, and especially one I haven't made for a while. The title of this upload will be Care, Love and Peace 1010, or we do it again. This is Basil, broadcasting Truth and Therapy, BBTT, on this my channel, the Self Preservation Society, or Truth and Awareness on YouTube and Rumble. And I've just watched some floods in Italy. Didn't realise that they was having it as well. And you have to consider, as I do, the flood that we're told about in the Bible, which actually come from the ancient Sumerian cuneiform texts. And it was just wrapped up in a different way and put in the Bible to hold court and power over you, us, the human beings, ultimately mankind. And it's worked really, really well. Really, really well. But we're going through that. You know, they've, over the last few years, I'm reminded, and I remember, the floods in Australia, the floods in different parts of America, floods in Spain. And remember, I told you in the previous upload that prior to those floods in Spain, Spain pulled out of a weapons deal with Israel, and then this ship was anchored or travelling through Spanish waters, and then had this had all these floodings around Valencia and now Malaga and other places, certainly. And now I see it's Italy. So it makes me wonder if the flood that was first recorded in the ancient Sumerian cuneiform texts was actually done in a similar way. In the words of the Johnny Cash song, one piece at a time. And what is it all about today? Well, you can't help but notice the cars that have been washed away in these floods. And the only thing you'll have to replace them with is electric cars. And they rebuild the cities and the towns with smart towns. And you've really got to try and think about and consider how much money this is all going to take. I'm reminded of Prince Charles, as he was then, speaking about climate change. And incidentally, have you seen that video going around, climate change? You change the words around and you come up with chemical agent. But anyway, I'm reminded of what Prince Charles said when he was speaking at that conference on climate change. And some of you may have forgotten this. Some of you may never have seen it. But he said, there is one man, and he said, there is one man who has the funds to put this all right. You that are working for minimum wage, that are, maybe working for six figures, you that are claiming off your birth certificate benefits, this, that and the other, you have no conceptual idea of just how powerful this one man, Prince Charles, spoke about, that has the money to rule the world, to change everything. You know, we talk about the Council of 13 Families, the 13 families, the Council of 300, and, you know, all the non-governmental agencies, this, that, and the other. But I'll repeat to you, in go in their courts, you're pleading with them. Go on their demonstrations, you're appealing to them. Sign their petitions, you're begging them, and use their money, you're in debt to them. It's their money. You really have got to try and understand your money is not your money, it's their money. They just allow you to use it in dribs and drabs. And they take it off you in various ways whenever they see fit, whether it be taxes or inflation, devaluing the value of the money you have in your pocket, in your bank, and whatever. You really have to try and comprehend that. And so, whether it be this one person Prince Charles was referencing, or those others that rule and control us, you know, they do well to remember this. They'll never act upon it, what you see on your screen here. But you would do well to remember it. What can I do? I often hear the cry. I'll leave it till the next generation. I've heard that as well. I often spoke, and I haven't done it for a while on this channel, about standing in your power at 10 in the morning, 10 in the evening, wherever you are in the world. If mankind could unite by simply standing in their power and realising that they are creating that which they experience, and with one mind, with humility and integrity, stand at 10 in the morning, 10 at night, just for a couple of minutes, and in their own power, and seek to create something greater than what we're experiencing. All the different time zones, I've often stated, we could keep a continuous flow of positive, creative energy going around the world that would defeat the energy that we, through our ignorance, compliance and apathy, create or allow to be created to control us. It is as simple as that. You know, we don't have to go and sacrifice in the way that they do. Children and everything else. We don't have to do that. The only thing we need to sacrifice is that which we think we know, that which we think we are. All of these things that they told us to keep us down. Sacrifice all the mindset that you've held on to for so long because your masters told you. Sacrifice everything you think you are. Allow it to go in order that you may know who you are and what power you have and what you can do with that power. 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the evening. And I've often said, I first heard about this 10 o'clock thing 40 odd years ago. The healing minute, it used to be called. And it probably still is within spiritual circles. And it was a call for peace. I see so many people teaching you about manifestation and how you can manifest this, that and the other. Everything I've seen, Billy Carson does it, you know, people like that, and how to manifest wealth and abundance. All you need to do is manifest peace. And to do that, you need to first care, then love. That should be a holy trinity. A trinity that you come to understand, adhere to. Care, love, and peace. Anything other than that is simply being controlled by those that control us. It is just that. Care, love, and peace. 10 in the morning, 10 at night. I've told you in the past, with all sincerity, humility, how I have done what Frank Fallsgrove's done and broke the clouds through my pure, heartfelt intention. So I know, standing alone as Fallsgrove done, things can be done. Just imagine what things could be done together if we were all of the same heart, the same mind, and the same intention. If all we ever wanted was to care, to love, and have peace. You don't have to go shouting about it in the streets and whatever. You don't have to do all that. When Sam Cooke sung "A Change Is Going to Come," the change has got to come within you. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning, went back to bed and had a dream, dreamt about my car. Went to help somebody, they phoned me, and I went to help them. And in the process, smashed my car up. Not in a violent way, just smashed it up and ripped it all to pieces. When I dream about my car, what my car represents is my consciousness. And so my consciousness is, my dream is telling me that my consciousness, my conscious awareness state, been ripped to pieces. And perhaps that's a really deep esoterical message for me that, and reminding me that I'm not perfect. I'm whatever. I don't know. I'm still seeking to understand it. But it also is indicative, if I'm right there, it's indicative of every human being on the planet. Consciousness is fractured and ripped to pieces, and many on this planet don't understand what conscious awareness, the conscious state is. At best they become spiritually aware, and they're not spiritually aware because they only see it from one viewpoint, very blinkered. The spirit, I'm all love and light, this, that, Demons are spirit too. And through our ego, our fear, ignorance and compliance, the spiritual aspect of self and a spirit outside of ourself can control us, dominate us. Look at that meme there. the thing that I've learnt greatest through life is that although I sit here as this male figure, the greatest and highest aspect of me is the feminine, creative energy that is the higher consciousness, the source consciousness, the soul consciousness. And I'm spending more and more of my time, awareness and thinking, seeking to understand that I am the womb, the uterus, and the origin of source for everything that I experience and create, and partly responsible for everything everybody else experiences and creates. And I seek to understand that and take my power back from giving it away through ignorance, fear and compliance. And that's the premise of this channel and everything that I stand for. Because if I don't, I'll be back. Not me, Barry, but I that I am, the soul, will be back to experience this all again. This 5D that everybody's clamouring for is here and in the now and in the physical. It's not coming to us, it's available to us for our awakened conscious state to be able to create. We do it all the time. We create our own reality, and so we create the reality for others. Everything's intertwined, interconnected. When we can understand this, we stand at 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the evening for a couple of minutes, and we seek the change within and to express that in such a way that we have the change without, because we care, because we love, and we want peace. It is yours. It's always been yours. But because you feed it the trough of your masters, your owners, your rulers, and you enjoy the bread and circuses they provide you, you become ignorant, compliant, apathetic, impotent. You may be the best lover in the world, but if you couldn't give a fuck about this world, the people in it, and this universe, then you're no use to yourself or anybody else. Well, you are. You're that battery for those that seek to rule and control you, dominate you. It's simple, people. It's a simple thing to do to stand in your own power. Don't worry if anybody else is doing it or not. At 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night. Don't worry about making a fool of yourself, because you're already considered a fool, because you don't know who you are, what you are. And those that do will continue to dominate and harvest your energy, frequency and vibration to perpetuate this mental, emotional, physical, spiritual prison that we are enslaved in, dominated by, all because we are not awakened to the conscious self. All you need is intention. You don't have to really understand what I'm talking to you about, but all you need is intention, and the understanding, the comprehension, the awareness will grow and develop within you as it has done me for these last 40 years and probably more. Care, love and peace. What else gives us purpose? What else gives us meaning? It's not stuff that's made that's out of minerals that are dug out of the ground. Look at that. No food detected. I'm noticing more and more as I go about my life. Up in Gillingham Wednesday, up in Chatham Wednesday, up in Bluewald, Lakeside Wednesday. The amount of obese people, because they simply do not have any understanding or comprehension of what real food is. That which you grow or harvest from the earth. Not that which you grow and harvest and then add chemicals and all other shit to. We are so lost from our roots. We don't know what it is to be a man anymore, because we're too busy being human beings and fighting and hating each other, because we don't know what it is to care, we don't know what it is to love, and we have no comprehension or understanding of what peace is. And yet they show us again and again and again. Seen that clip going round of They Live, where the Roddy Piper and the other bloke stumble into this meeting where the speaker's talking about what will happen in the year 2025. Well, that's next year, people. That film was made in 1988, and now we're there. And with the smart cities, the towers, the cameras, all the electric vehicles, this, that and the other, with those that have had the jab, all the 5G coming on, weapons, military weapons technology, let's see what happens next year. Or let's change what's going to happen next year before it happens. For once in history, let us, as mankind, forget our humanness, forget everything about being human. Let's remember what it is to be a man, stand up together across this world, black, white, yellow, red, gay, straight, whatever. Stand up and let's change what's going to come. Let us take control. Let us understand, comprehend, and know what power we have. And let us bring down those that rule us. Let us control the truth. Let us control care, love, and peace. You always had the power, my dear. You just didn't realise it. And it's truth. It is the truth. The power has always been with us, individually and collectively. But we lust after material things. We lust after meaningless sex and everything else. We're forever putting the fuck into somebody while we're always being fucked. Womb, uterus, origin of source. Understand what that means. Because if you don't, you just don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If people cared, they would stand up against those that truly don't care for us. We would stand up together, forget our differences. All part of the program to keep us mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and on a soul level disconnected from each other. It's a brilliant, brilliant system. When you see it in the way that I do, it works so well. Works so well. So if you're going to pray for anything, and remember, I tell you, when you pray, you become the prey. So stop praying, actually. Just stop praying. If you don't do anything else, I don't care who you are, what religion you follow, just stop praying and let your eye be single. Know thyself. And when you know who you are, you can do so much more than what you ever realised that you're capable of. Stand as an equal at 10 and 10 with pure heartfelt intention and speak to the universe and manifest care, love and peace. We can do it. We should do it. We must do it. For all of us here today and for the next 7 generations. We must do it. This is the greatest time in history for all of us here on this earth. The greatest time. Because everything is revealed for those with the eyes to see. There is no secrets anymore. Everything is there for those with the eyes to see. And we can change all of it. Stand in your power. Stand in awareness. Know who and what you are. Understand who and what you are. And know that you can change everything that they've told you you are. And you should do. You can do. You must do. Turn off your TVs. They won't save you. The messages I share on here will save you. I can't save you, but the messages that I share on here can save you. That's why I share them. I want you to save me. I don't just want to save you. I want you to save me. I want you to save everything and everybody. I want you to save this earth. I want you to save this universe. All those outside of you that many New Agers, love and lighters talk about, the Palladians, Targetians, this, that and the other. If they were going to save you, they'd have done it before now. What makes you think you're so special that they will come to save you today, but they didn't save anybody in history? The original people of Australia, the original people of the Americas, the original people of the Far East and whatever. They've never, ever saved anybody. And what makes you think you're so special that they're coming to save you today? It is you that has to do the saving. You have first got to save yourself. You've got to care enough about yourself to love yourself and to find peace within yourself. And when you do that, you can stand at 10 and in the morning, 10 in the evening, and project it out for all the others. And I don't just mean the two-legged, I mean the four-legged, the winged, those that swim in the waters, crawl upon the earth, burrow under the earth, stand in nations, rock nations, save the others in the seen and the unseen, in the heard and the unheard, throughout this universe. It can only be done here. And it can only be done when we wake up to our own power and seek to utilise and understand that power for the greater good. You've always had it. Incarnation after incarnation. Not you, the man, the woman, the person. Not you, the spirit of that person. But you, the soul that is that person. That is that spirit. You, the soul, the conscious awareness. The origin of source. You are the receiver for all that was, is, and will be. And you always have been. Wake up to the true self. Care, love, and peace. Palamia, thank you. In Lakesh, in you I see another me. Mitahui oyasin. We are all related. We are all relatives. And I tell you again and again and again and again, and I won't stop telling you, we're all connected.